Alright, welcome back to Shem's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to discuss the third chapter of The Magic of Thinking Big, which discusses how to build confidence and destroy fear. So, building confidence and destroying fear is something that's widely talked about, but very rarely specified how to actually do it. People try to give procedures, but they're very, very wide based. And I feel like David J. Schwartz gave a very good example. Excuse me, guys, I'm just doing some other business. He gives a very good example of how to actually overcome fear and how to use it to your advantage. In the start of the chapter, he really just discusses how fear is similar to like a virus or an infection, where you identify where the infection is, and then you mitigate its exposure, and then, of course, you decimate it, you destroy it. Same thing goes with fear. The medicine that he's arguing is actually confidence. How do you inspire confidence is what I always talk about even before reading this chapter. It's just backed up my whole speech in regards to competence leads to confidence. If you're competent at things, you then get very confident because you're realizing that you're able to competently maneuver the world and make things under your control. So what he says is the first step is action cures fear. So as that part of the review, if you're scared of something, like let's say you're a guy, you're scared to talk to a girl, walk up to the girl, say hi immediately. It's that simple. As soon as you have a fear, attack it. And I'm saying it like it's easy, but I'm a hypocrite too. Like if I'm scared of something, I'm not just going to run right to it. It's a survival mechanism in our brain that prevents us from doing that. We naturally avoid the things that we're scared that are going to hurt us. But a lot of those things that are going to cause us pain is also a blessing. They're going to cause us pain when we're going to realize that they're not a threat. Some of these pains that we experience are more so emotional than physical, so you have to watch out for that as well. Like, is your pain subjective or objective? So action cures all fear. If you get anything from this chapter at all, I'd say that action cures fear. Everything else is like a lead off. He then says, make a supreme effort to put only positive thoughts in your brain. Most people think 80% negative. It's psychologically proven. And that's, our brain is just a mechanism of our past, what we can recall. And all the experiences are in our subconscious, but our core beliefs is what makes us who we are. So, if you have core beliefs that you're inadequate, unable to talk to people, if you're unable to make money, blah, blah, blah. If those are your core beliefs, you'll never make money, you'll never be able to talk to people, you'll never get girls if you're a guy, if you're a girl, you'll never be able to have a husband. If you have core beliefs that specify that. So your thing is you want to differentiate those core beliefs, and these steps go together. Take immediate action, destroy the fear, put positive thoughts in your mind. How are you going to put positive thoughts in your mind? Are you going to do a fairy tale? Let's get real. To bring his book a little more specified, which he should have did himself, he just gave examples. You need to align these steps. Use them all in conjunction, meaning make a supreme effort to put positive thoughts in your brain. Where are the positive thoughts coming from? They have to come from the action that you've been taking daily. So let's say that you're overweight. Take immediate action by doing like 20 jumping jacks every morning, then maybe drinking apple cider water or lemon water. If you're doing that each day, you're going to end up just feeling better within yourself because you're being more disciplined. That's in turn going to create positive thought patterns. That's going to change who you are. So your personal reality, which is your personality, is then going to change. All right? Next step is to put people in proper perspective. He gave a lot of army examples in this chapter where he discussed young people that were scared to swim when they got conscripted to the army in World War II. Remember, this is a book written in the 1950s, so this is what the examples that they're giving. With World War II, the young army men, they all had to know how to swim, but some people were scared to jump off a ramp. It was like a 6-foot ramp and then 8 feet of water you had to jump in. Guys got scared, so they would accidentally push the people in, get them over the fear, which is that what proves action does cure fear. But this can also put people in the proper perspective. We're all scared of something. We all have our own inadequacies. We all have our own shortcomings. Nobody in this world is perfect. So you have to understand that you're the same as everybody else. When you understand that you can then talk and communicate with people on the same level. You're not better, you're not worse. It's just how it is. We create different status quos and ways of differentiating us between societal class. But at the end of the day, we're all just human beings in a spirit on a journey in this world. If you look at life that way, then you'll start realizing that there's nothing to be afraid of but fear itself. The next step is practice doing what your conscience tells you is right. A lot of people want to reach goals. So this is somebody like, they're making this example for people that are more so shyish. Like they want to do things, but because of other people, they may not do it. So these people, they'll have a purpose. They'll know the content in this book, but the thing about them, their flaw is the fear is what blocks their intelligence from reaching fruition, from manifesting in the physical world. So they won't follow their conscience. They'll keep secrets. They'll lie. They'll cheat. And these things are just going to eat away at them. And people think like, oh, they won't eat away. The evil people get away, blah, blah. No, they don't. It's going to eat away at you until you lead yourself with negative thoughts. Negative thoughts turn to negative habits, and negative habits turn to negative action, which in turn is going to lead to your exact fear, if that makes sense. When you understand that that exact action is going to lead to your fear, you then can start making differences in regards to how you then deal with it. You need to understand that you have to make sure your conscience is in line with what you're doing. If making $1 million means you have to kill off like 100 something innocent people, you might not want to do that unless your conscience tells you that's okay. That's different. But if it's going to go against your conscience, the success that you're actually searching for is never actually going to come. What's going to come is guilt, which in turn is going to lead to fear, which in turn is going to lead to lack of confidence. And that's going to bring you down in the physical realm. All right? So the fifth step is saying make everything about what you say confident. So if you're talking about yourself, always make sure you say positive things. Don't just say, when you wake up with a headache, don't say, I feel like shit, or don't say, even judge others in that way. Always try to have a very positive outlook. And to do that, you just need to make sure that you're doing actions each day that are going to make you think that of yourself. I don't agree with people that just say, oh, just think positive. I think that you need to do things that are positive so you can think positive about yourself. Your life is a reflection of you. What's happening in your life? How are you operating within it? If you're not operating competently, start operating competently so you have actually positive thoughts to say. All right? He gives some examples of actions that you can take. So these are just like 4 or 5 examples. One is be a front seater. So if you're in class, for school guys, I know COVID's happening right now, so there's not a lot of crowds being formed essentially. But he's saying be a front seater. So if you're somewhere, sit in the front row, ask questions, be the leader, understand that you can ask questions other people probably are too scared to ask, do it and speak up, become that leader. Make eye contact's the second one. So like how I'm looking in the camera, make sure you make eye contact with people, keep eye contact, it just shows dominance. If you're a man, it's going to show dominance, it's going to seduce women. If you're a woman, do it might seduce a man. There's walk 25% faster. Most people walk carelessly because they don't really have a purpose or anywhere to go. So they're just being kind of directionless when they're doing things. Walk with a motive. You're always taking action to destroy that fear. If you're always taking action to destroy a fear, you're always challenging fear, you're going to walk more vigorously, and in turn, people are going to be more attracted to you because you're walking with like something that you have to do. You're walking with that momentum. All right? Speak up, which has already led to that with the be a front seater one. So just make sure you speak up in group settings. Always understand that, yeah, people are around, but don't care about what they have to think about you. If you have something to say it. The final one is smile big. I probably should work on that. I never smile. But yeah, smile big. They say that psychologically smiling more actually does improve your mood. Am I one to really care about that point? I'm not going to say I do particularly, but I'm 26 right now, so I'm still a bit young. And maybe I'll change my perspective on that soon. But yeah, the next chapter is going to be how to think big. So I'm very excited to read this chapter. I'm going to write a lot of notes for you guys, and we'll get back to it. Till then, if you have any questions about this chapter, if you want me to elaborate on anything, just let me know. I'll give examples, etc. But until then, just like, subscribe, holla at me. Thank you, guys.